So we're going to introduce the Manitoba graduating all-star teams. Everybody come up when your name's called, and we'll save the applause just till after. Probably the best way to do it. Introduction of the AA, AAA girls graduating all-star teams. Please come to the front when your name is called. And I'll just find the list right here. Here we go. Alexis McLean from River School. Start walking to the front. No, not here. Okay. Ora Warkentin, Sanford Collegiate. Brooke Minishaw, Gilbert Plains Collegiate. Danica Black, Nealon High School. Kiera Yasiuk, Gilbert Plains Collegiate. Kristen Jenick, Dauphin Regional. Christine Nevea, St. James Collegiate. Kylie Fair, Glenborough. Madison Kiewatkowski, Nealon High School. Morgan Ham, Sanford Collegiate. Nosa Egbidio, Linden Christian. Sam Robinson, John Taylor. Sienna Gunnenson, Glenborough School. Taylor Bridgman, Rivers. Tiffany Ortega, St. James Collegiate. Trudy Smart, Glenborough. The coaches, Kelly Sinnock from Sanford. And Lucas Mickelson from Rivers Collegiate. Okay, that was, go ahead. That was Team Light, and now we have Team Dark. Cassidy Friesen, Rosenort. Gianna Watt, Hapnot Collegiate. Hannah Puff, U of Winnipeg Collegiate. Harnique Sahota, St. John's Ravenscourt. Jasmine Birch, Collège Bellevaux. Jenna Gertson, Nelson McIntyre. Jersey Maxwell, Nelson McIntyre. Julian Dornian, Souris. Cara Bartel, Rosenort. McKenna Chase, College Bellevaux. Maddie Johnson, Elton Collegiate. Piper Murray, Rosenort School. Randy Diol, Carmen Collegiate. Rebecca Peacock, Prairie Mountain. Shanty Church, Hapnot. And Sydney Last, Carmen Collegiate. Coaches, Arista Ryback from Nelson McIntyre. Chris Oakley, Nelson McIntyre. Steve Lutwin, Hapnot. And Garrett Whitford, Hapnot. Now we have the boys, AA, AAA, graduating all-star team rosters. The light team, Baptiste Buck, Frontier Mosaikikan, probably not saying that right. Bijan Salamimi, Morden Collegiate. Bryson Dumas, Hapnot. Carson West, College Gabriel Roy. Chad Poito, Prairie Mountain. Fernandez Moneas, Frontier. Gavin Kalinek, Transcona Collegiate. Jared Hebert, St. Anne Collegiate. Jeremy Somiani, Neelan High School. Jerome Sanderson, Frontier. Cashton Captain, Sanford Collegiate. Marcus Cook, College Gabriel Roy. Matthew Barbosa, Westwood. Max Winters, Neelan High School. Sam Bergen, Garden Valley Collegiate. Coaches, Danny Friesen from Garden Valley. Walter Giesbrook from Garden Valley. Cody McPhee from Verdun. And Xavier Lecoq from College Gabriel Roy. Okay, it's the 4A girls graduating all-star team rosters. Oh. Did I do both boys there? That's why Adam doesn't pay me. I'm not very good at my job, actually. My mistake. The AAA, AAA boys graduating dark jersey team. Aiden Fawcett, West Park School. Darian Jason from Grandview. Destiny Augusel, Elmwood High School. Ethan Giesbrook, Garden Valley. Hassan Kone, Central School, Leo Remenard. Jamir Bartholomew from Elmwood. John Salamu Kasango, Nelson McIntyre. Liam MacArthur, Swan Valley. Logan Beer, Niverville. Mason Sutherland, Nelson McIntyre. Nick Feed, St. Norbert. Olivier Menge Nansda from College Louis-Riel. Peyton Tershman, Pinawa. Juan Dushimi, College Louis-Riel. Zaid Siddiqui, St. John Ravenscourt. Coaches David Day from Nelson McIntyre. Adam Dobriansky, Nelson McIntyre. And Mark Giason, Grandview. Okay, 4A girls graduating all-star team rosters. Light jerseys. Adra Barnett, St. Mary's. Anna Hunter, Kelvin High School. Ariana Lawrence, Garden City Collegiate. Betty Germay, River East. Brianna Buchan, River East. Ellie McPhee, Miles McDonnell. Jana Maida-Washing, Maples Collegiate. Jennifer Callan, River East. Cora Sham-Martin, Sturgeon Heights. Riley Weeb, Crocus Plains. Sarah Bergen, St. Mary's. Stephanie McKnight, Miles McDonnell. And coaches Roberto Campanella Jr., Garden City Collegiate. For a girls dark jerseys, Alyssa Daneza, Sisler, Anna Miko, Westwood, Avery DeJager, College Jean Sauvé, Charlotte Burkett, Westwood, Erica Edwards, Vincent Massey, Faith Larocque, Dakota, Julianne Conchata from Sisler, Kusha Milisheva, Fort Richmond, Kaya Fust, Dakota, Lauren Wilson, Vincent Massey, Micah Morand, College Jean Sauvé, Tegan Penner, Vincent Massey, coaches Eric Sung from Dakota, and Paul Foos from Dakota. Now we have the 4A boys graduating all-star team rosters. Light jerseys, Darian Castaneda from Garden City, Giovanni Ajamawa from St. Paul's, Ian Owegano from College Jean Sauvé, Jakari Bab, Garden City, Jordan Bonaventura, Oak Park, Ken Mozo, Glenlawn, Kino Rivera, Daniel McIntyre, Lance Catapon, Daniel McIntyre, Miguel Nitro, St. Paul's, Milan Tomberley, Lord Selkirk, Nathan Duncan, John Taylor, Paul Bocalan, Garden City, Rylan Oleus, Garden City, Sam Adeseu, Miles McDonnell, Tristan Anderson, John Taylor, coaches Jeff Leping, St. Paul's, and Malik Irwin, St. Paul's. Okay, now we're moving on to the awards. Our first award of the afternoon will be the Junior High Coach of the Year. Assisting with the presentation. Oh, did I miss another team? All right, here we go. I apologize. Adaber Adabosagan from Fort Richmond. Ben Beaulieu, Dakota. Elijah Delamoth, Sturgeon Heights. Joash Rocoberti, Sturgeon Heights. Lance Del Mundo, Maples. Mihir Diol, Kildonan East. Mikias Bakru, Dakota. Nicholas Vieux, Maples. Noah Cancam, Sturgeon Heights. Sam Sola, Sturgeon Heights. Thane Carlos, Fort Richmond. Tife Obasedo, Fort Richmond. Vashon Sharma, Sisler. And Vrizel Manalo, Kelvin. Coach Stephen Tacky, Sturgeon Heights. All right, Junior High Coach of the Year. Assisting will be Mr. Dan Becker and Mr. Randy Cassano will present. All of the Coaches of the Year recognized this year were nominated from others in the coaching community and have an outstanding season with their teams. All coaching award winners have shown a great dedication to their teams and have played a large part in the growth of the sport in their respective area. These are some of the toughest decisions our committee has to make. As for every winner recognized today, there are dozens of other coaches at these levels who continue to make outstanding commitments to the sport of basketball. We do invite coaching award winners to say a few words if they would so like. The Junior High Girls Coach of the Year is Leslie Duhamel from Viscount Alexander. Leslie is committed to leading an inclusive middle-year phys ed program that promotes a high level of student engagement and athlete development, along with fostering a middle-year basketball program that boasts 8 teams in middle school of under 400 students. She has coached her middle-year school team to an undefeated league record and a first experience in the provincial tournament.
I want to thank the awards committee and my generous colleagues who nominated me for this award. This team was made of a very special group of girls who were dedicated to improving their skills and working hard on their understanding of the game. They were an absolute pleasure to coach, and I share this award with them. A number of coaches came before me and worked hard with these athletes to get them where they were before I got them, and I thank them for their time and energy as well. These girls have played really hard for Viscount. It's the very first time in school history that we made the provincial tournament, let alone the provincial final. Some of these girls have played for years, and others were brand new to the game. All 10 of them contributed to the success of this season, and I loved watching them play together and succeeding as a team. I look forward to cheering them all on for many years to come. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm just looking at Dan and Randy here, so we're gonna play a little game, and because these two guys were both outstanding university basketball players in their day, and the game is guess their position. What position was Randy, do you think? Shooting guard. Point guard, so there you go. All right. Randy was the point guard. All right, Junior High Boys Coach of the Year. From Windsor Park Collegiate, Brent Amos. Brent has an unwavering passion and dedication to the sport of basketball and to the players on his team. He has sacrificed many afternoons and evenings as a non-faculty member of Windsor Park Collegiate to schedule practices and attend games, and he has also demonstrated his incredible coaching ability by leading the WPC Grade 9 team to one of the most successful seasons in recent memory by winning the LRSD Championship, Louis Riel School Division Championship.
Adam said I could come up and smile and just have a picture taken and go back to my seat, but anybody who knows me knows I love to talk, especially about basketball, my players and my co-coaches, and of course my supportive family. And to be honored like this, well, I just can't let it go without saying something. Give me 90 seconds, that's all I need. I have to acknowledge the people who chose me for this award. This means so much, and I'm really honored to be here. I've coached the junior high level for 15 years, boys and girls from grades 7 to 9 at different schools in the Louis Riel School Division. I have memories from each, and of course those memories center around the kids on those teams that I've coached. As coaches, we know the impact we have on our players, but those players have made a huge impact on me. Seeing a child excel on the court, and then hopefully later in life is what I feel coaching's all about. Hoping that maybe somewhere along the line we've made a difference for them to achieve some of their goals. Seeing my players experience the lows of a tough loss is hard, but on the other hand, the extreme excitement and joy of a divisional win, a tournament win, or just after winning a hard-fought game is something that is so special to be part of. I have to thank all the players who I've coached over the years. It's not supposed to be emotional, it's fun. They're what this is really all about, and it means a lot to me. I have to thank all of the coaches that I've coached with over the years. Having the expertise beside me has made me a better coach. I'm taking up all my time. Having coached my kids and having them coach beside me is another highlight of my coaching career, so thanks to them. And of course, thanks to my wife, whose comment to me every December as I walk out the door to that first tryout or practice, "Bye, see you in March." She's the one who says I do so well coaching 14-year-old boys because we have the same mentality. Anyway, and lastly, a big shout out to my first Windsor Park Collegiate team that I had this year, Ryan and the boys. Oh, they were so much fun. And the staff were all supportive and made me feel like I was back at home. When I stepped out the doors as a graduate in 1980, I never thought I'd be back as a basketball coach. Thanks again. I'm honored and humbled.
The Junior Varsity Girls Coach of the Year, Michelle Riddell and Fallon Campbell from Warren Collegiate. Michelle and Fallon coached the JV Girls Warren basketball team to an undefeated season versus all A, AA, AAA teams they played this season. They only lost 2 games all season, to 4A teams, losing to St. Mary's by 2 points and to Glenlawn by 1 at the Premina Trails tournament. They won all AA tournaments they entered, were Zone 5 champions, and then won the JV Girls AA Provincials in convincing fashion.
We missed the memo about the speech after, but first of all, I want to thank Michelle, who's been a friend and a colleague of mine for a few years now. And coaching wouldn't be possible without her. We both have young families, 3 kids each, and we work well together, and she makes the job fun, so thank you. And she's probably going to thank me, so yeah.
No. I wasn't, but I guess I will. Just kidding. And thanks to Fallon. She brings the fun to the team and, you know, always has us doing a new dance or cheer or start singing, so thank you, Fallon. And also to our team, they were an amazing group of girls the last couple of years and just make the job easy, so thank you.
The Junior Varsity Boys Coach of the Year, Tyler Johnston from Frontier, Mozakican. Tyler led his JV boys basketball team to the JV AA basketball provincials with the Frontier Raiders and shows great perseverance throughout his coaching career and deserves to have this recognition because of how much amazing work he puts into this team on and off the court.
There's just a few words I'd like to say. It's Frontier Collegiate. That's the school I work at and coached at in Cranberry Portage. There's a couple of acknowledgements I need to say. It's a short list, but it's distinguished to say the least. I'd like to thank Miss Dodie Johnson. She's the one that hired me right out of Nelson House, and when I came to Frontier Collegiate, it was a very strong volleyball school. Don't really have a volleyball background, but I do have a basketball background. And I remember she supported me through time and time. And I remember I'd have a team of 12 and only 5 would show up to basketball practice, and we would sit down and have meetings after school with kids and talk to them about coming to practice. You know, you got a coach here, he wants to coach you, so on and so forth. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Donnie Grenier. Donnie is a big sports guy. He supported me over the years when he was the administrator at Frontier Collegiate. It's tough being in the north just because of travel. We have to travel Thursday at 1 p.m. and we're not getting home till late Sunday night, and it's work on Monday. And there's no calling in sick, like you're going to work. And I'd like to thank him greatly for that. He never said no. And I'd also like to thank Area 4 Superintendent, Mr. Darren Kindon. The permission forms and trip approvals always cross his desk, and he's never said no. And when we're down south and at basketball tournaments, he always makes time, if he's down there, to come watch us. He's literally our only fan in the stands, which is nice. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my wife and kids for this. It's tough, you know, there's about 40, 41 school weeks in a school year, and I'm gone for 15 or 16 of them, coaching various sports, but specifically basketball. And it's tough with a young family, a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old at home. My wife really steps up and helps out with that, and she supports me, and this is for her. Thank you very much.
Volleyball. Bump, poof, fluff. Now we have the AA, AAA female All-Manitoba second team. Helping present the awards will be Jen Howe and Randy Cassano. From Rosenort School, Cassidy Friesen. From Nelson McIntyre Collegiate, Jenna Gertzen. From Sanford Collegiate, Ivy Besland. From Hapnot Collegiate, Gianna Watt. From St. James Collegiate, Tiffany Ortega. I do have a shout out I'd like to mention here. Tyler just mentioned a lot of the out-of-town teams, you don't realize, they have to travel hours and hours just to play a game. And I know myself, I coach in the city, and sometimes I complain when I have to drive to the North End, for example. So how long was your trip here? So 8 hours to come play a game today, and they got to drive back 8 hours tonight. So how about a hand for all the out-of-town Okay, the AA, AAA female All-Manitoba first team. From Neelan High School, Danica Black. Neelan High School, Madison Kiwatkowski. St. James Collegiate, Kristen Nevea. Rosenort School, Kara Bartel. Glenborough School, Kylie Fair. We now have the A Female Player of the Year. The A Female Player of the Year is Lexi Shearer from Glenborough School. We'd like to call up Ryan Zadorsny from Glenborough to present the award.
Just a couple things. Lexi came to our school last year in grade 10, and then in December came to the gym and said, I've never really played before. And after a practice or two, I said to my assistant coach, I think we might be pretty darn good, and she might be the MVP by March. Sure enough, last year she was the MVP, and this year in November she broke her ankle, missed some time, but came back ready to play, and by this March, again, she was the provincial MVP and the Player of the Year. So congratulations, Lex.
The 2A Female Player of the Year from Verdun Collegiate, Fiona Garcia. The award will be presented by Cody McPhee from Verdun Collegiate.
Hi. Fiona is very valuable to our team. She immediately took over as leader on the team. She makes everyone on the team better around her. She's a defensive threat, offensive weapon from anywhere on the court, right? 3-point, in the paint, layups, fast breaks, whatever. I've seen her double, triple, quadruple covered and still somehow getting the ball in the net. Had a couple 60-point games this year. Just a phenomenal player. Great job, Fiona.
I think I had a few 60-point games in my career too. Then I woke up after the dreaming of doing that. The AAA Female Player of the Year from College Bellevaux, Jasmine Birch. The award will be presented by Mr. Chris Knight from College Bellevaux.
How's everybody doing tonight? This evening? Good? You guys are good? Well, let me just get real quick. My name is Chris Knight, a.k.a. Coach K from Pro Dynamic Basketball. Jasmine, I can't say enough about her. She's she is my best student that I've had. She's had very few years in basketball, probably about 4 years to be exact, 4 seasons, but I can tell you that College Bellevaux was very lucky to have her as a player. For 3 seasons, they went undefeated in the cities. They've been to 2 provincials. This year, they came a little bit short. But as a player, you definitely want Jasmine on your team. As a coach, you can't ask for a better player than her. She is very coachable. She's lovable. Her personality, if you get a chance to spend any time with Jasmine, she's a wonderful individual, a great ambassador for basketball, and an extreme role model. I'm very proud to present her with this award.
Okay, it's the AA, AAA male All-Manitoba second team. From Grandview School, Darian Giason. From Nealon High School, Jeremy Solmiani. Sanford Collegiate, Cashton Captain. Verdun Collegiate, Finn Abel. And from Leo Remenard, Hassan Kone. We're going to call up Hank Newman to help present the next awards. Oh, sorry, Hank Nyman. My mistake. The AAA, AAA male All-Manitoba first team from Garden Valley School, Samuel Bergen. From Nelson McIntyre, John Salamu Kasango. From Gabrielle Roy, Marcus Cook. From Neelan High School, Max Winters. And from Frontier, Fernandez Moneas. The A Male Player of the Year is from Frontier, Jerome Sanderson. The award will be presented by Adam Kahn from Frontier.
Congratulations, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, we'll do one of these. Give him a little. Here you go. Okay. So I think what I'm supposed to do is stand up here and say a bunch of nice things, but that's not my way. He knows that. So we're going to start with some things that this young man can't do. So Jerome is not by any means our tallest player. He stands at about 5'7", but he'll tell you in the right pair of shoes he's closer to 5'10" in his dreams. He's not our strongest or fastest player. God knows he can't jump very high. I don't think in 4 years I've seen him touch the backboard. However, despite all of these things, he's still one of our most important players. Side note, aside from basketball, he's actually our pickiest eater. True story, we took the team to Wendy's one time, and we're ordering 15 to 16 meals at a time, and so I like to give a break to the workers because it's a hard job. Jerome gets his meal, and he sprints over to me, and he says, "Hey, something's wrong here, Coach." I said, What's going on, man? "There's a tomato in my burger." I said, "Just pick it off, man. What's the big deal?" I said, "Nope. If there's a tomato on there, you can still taste it. I want a new one. No big deal." That's just the guy he is. So despite all these things, and maybe not being our most talented player or a naturally gifted player, he's actually our most important. All the success that we've had in these past 4 years, we couldn't have done it without him. There's no way. I truly believe that. We didn't have a culture before this young man. He leads by example, vocal leader. Man, so tear up here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But, he had a really tough grade 12 year. He battled through injury, and he's actually quite the soccer player. Far better soccer player than basketball player. And in early, I think it was September, October, we were playing the number 2 ranked team, the Niverville Panther, I don't know, Niverville something, whatever. And they should have beat the brakes off us. They should have. They came to this soccer game with matching tracksuits, matching shoes, and an ice fishing tent behind their bench. Our guys at halftime were switching shoes because guys didn't have cleats. So Jerome ends up spraining his LCL in that game, and he's out for 2 minutes. And in those 2 minutes, I see him warming up on the sideline. He says, "Coach, I'm ready to go back in." He goes back in, he scores 2 goals that wins us the game, and the next day he couldn't walk. That's just the type of guy he is. The sacrifices that he's made for our school, his teammates, and the program is incredible. His first year that he played for me in 2019, his stat line for the year, this is not per game, for the year, was 8 points and 20 minutes. That's all he played. And if you had told me in 2019 that this young man would be standing here receiving Player of the Year, I would have said, what are you smoking? And where can I get some? My superintendent's here. That's just a joke. Don't do drugs, kids. So all that being said, I'm super proud of where you've come. I'm super proud of where you're going to go. And I'm excited to see where life takes you next, man. So you deserve this.
The 2A Male Player of the Year from École Regional Gabriel Roy, Stellan Chamartin. The award will be presented by Matthew Chamartin from École Regional Gabriel Roy.
Afternoon, everyone. Stellan is a grade 10 student athlete at Gabriel Roy. He led his team to a AA provincial championship this season and an overall 22-3 record on the season. Throughout the season, Stellan averaged 34 points per game, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 8 steals. He received several individual accolades, including numerous tournament all-stars, MHSAA Athlete of the Week, and MVP for the provincial championships. He also broke a school scoring record for varsity boys with a 71-point game in our Zone 13 South final. More than that, he brought great leadership to our team and was constantly seeking to improve himself and others. You could catch Stellan before and after just about every practice working with his teammates on their skills and abilities that would help them individually and then help us out collectively. So congratulations, Stellan, on an outstanding season and being named AA Player of the Year.
The 3A Male Player of the Year from Nelson McIntyre, Jordan Hernandez. The award will be presented by David Day from Nelson McIntyre Collegiate.
Good afternoon. Brent, I spent a minute and a half just walking from the back, so I don't have a lot of time left. All the coaches will know that having a great point guard makes your job a little easier. And Jordan was definitely that for us this year. He's about the fastest kid I've seen baseline to baseline with the ball, and he puts a lot of pressure on other teams in the full court. Despite being one of our leading scorer, he's very unselfish. He likes, the most joy he gets, I think, in basketball is when his teammates score. He has a big smile and does the fist pumps. It's quite adorable. And really good news for us, just in grade 11, that he gets to come back next year. At AAA Provincials this year, he was recognized by the other players as a player's choice for the tournament, as a player who was a leader, overall good person, and passionate about basketball. So when you get recognized by your peers and you get recognized by coaches, that's someone pretty special. So congratulations, Jordan.
Now some coaches we're going to recognize. Coaches have shown great dedication to their teams and have played a large part in the growth of the sport in their respective area. And again, coaches, feel free to say something if you'd like to. The A Girls Coach of the Year from Glenborough School, Ryan Zadorsny. Ryan has developed one of the strongest basketball programs in Manitoba. His girls have dominated A Girls basketball all year. They're the reigning A Girls champions. I believe the reason for Glenborough's success is thanks to Ryan's excellent coaching. Ryan has run an outstanding program for years. He continues to get the best out of his team. Combining this with being a father of a young family, the success of the program is in a large part to his hard work.
I'd just like to say thanks to the girls. They make my job pretty easy. Thanks to my assistant coach, Devin McLean, our team manager, Charlene Goddard. She's been with me for 10 years, and she even preceded me by 3 or 4 years, so she's a big part of the team as well. And thanks to my wife and kids as well. Like the other coach said, being away a lot of weeks is pretty hard, so thanks.
The A Boys Coach of the Year, Adam Kahn from Frontier. Adam works extremely hard at Moose Lake, and he's taken a program that created a very respectful and credible team. It is obvious that Adam is more than a coach to his team. He's built a very strong basketball program and developed a sense of culture and maturity amongst his players. He worked hard with his team to get as many tournaments as possible and achieved a great record on the court.
Okay, thank you, first of all. Last year we lost in the provincial finals, and I won this award. And I told these guys, this award, like, I would trade this for us to be able to win as a team, and we got the job done this year. So that, man, like, when you guys have no idea, like, Tyler will know, like, we have to travel hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, just to play the game. You know what I mean? And I'm not an easy coach to play for. We practice every day, 5 days a week. We're in on the weekends. I got these guys in at 7 a.m. Like, and the reason I do that is because they keep showing up, you know, and like a lot of crazy things happen in the north, you know, and it's the reason we do this is so that all of our players have a safe place to be, truly. And we started with 20 kids at the beginning of this year, and not all of them made it to the end. We ended up with 10 kids at the end of the year, and it's just, it's an amazing thing, but I think it's important for everybody here in Basketball Manitoba to understand that there's so much talent in the north that's going unrecognized, you know, and it's great that our guys are here, but there's an untapped source of potential just waiting out there. And for all the kids that made it, there are 2 or 3 that didn't. So I want to dedicate this award to, first of all, the team and the whole community of Moose Lake and all the kids that didn't make it to the end. This one's for you guys, so thank you so much.
The AA Girls Coach of the Year from Rosenort School, Jared Duick. Jared led his school team to a provincial win and the first for the girls at the school. He led an undefeated team, which saw great sportsmanship from the girls. He found a way to win close games against more talented teams. He is a great teacher of basketball skills and has a well-disciplined team.
First off, thank you very much. I had the absolute privilege this year of working with some pretty incredible girls, some amazing assistant coaches as well. And the girls work so hard, they're so dedicated to the sports, and there's such a close family as well, and such a tight bond between all of them. So I owe this to the three of you sitting right there, the girls, the players, and the seven that are not here today as well. And Chelsea Waldner, my assistant coach, she's been amazing. She hopped on board this year for the first time. And honestly, I don't think we could have done it without her. So I want to give her a lot of the credit as well. And we got the job done this year. It's been a goal of ours for quite some time, and we got it done this year. So thank you to my wife as well, Jill, she's sitting there, and my kids. They've been a huge support to me as well. So thank you very much.
The AA Boys Coach of the Year, Matthew Chammartin from École Regional Gabriel Roy. Matt has created and maintains an excellent program and has led his team to an overall 18-3 record and the #1 ranking in AA for the entire season. Has led his team to a 9-0 record in Zone 13 play and a Zone 13 championship. He consistently exemplifies true sportsmanship through respect demonstrated to opponents, officials, and spectators, and expects the same from his players and coaching staff. He has an ability to form a strong relationship with players and integrate systems that complement the abilities of the athletes on his team.
Thank you. What an honor this is for me. Thanks to Basketball Manitoba. Special thanks to all the coaches that I had the opportunity to meet and compete with throughout the season, and it was great to get to know so many of you. And thanks for those that voted for me. First of all glory goes to God for this award, and for surrounding me with such a great group of young men to spend the last 4 or 5 months with. Also share this award with my 2 assistant coaches from the season, Jax and Luca, who are here today. Why don't you stand up for me there, gentlemen? They were 2 players from our provincial championship team last season and joined me to help with coaching this season. And just their energy and enthusiasm that they brought to our practices and games, and their insight was invaluable and critical to our success. So thank you, guys. Of course, the credit for this award goes to the 13 players that devoted themselves to our team throughout the last 4 or 5 months, showing up, working hard in practice every day, continually seeking to improve and to excel. Those players are who achieved this award. Thanks to all the parents for all their support throughout the season, driving their players long distances and to many practices, of course. Thanks to my wife for all of her support, missing her husband for 4 or 5 months every basketball season. And yeah, that's everything. Thank you.
The 3A Girls Coach of the Year from Neelan High School, Carrie Lasuk and Matt McLeod. Carrie and Matt are the most dedicated and hardworking coaches out there. They push their athletes to their limits in hopes of helping them see how hard they can work and how that work will pay off with showing excellence in sportsmanship, leadership, and encouragement. These are coaches I look up to. They work well as a pair and created a solid basketball team. You'll never meet anyone who loves the sport as much as these guys, who spread that love for it to their players.
I learned from my high school basketball coach, you're as good as the people you surround yourself with, and I've been very fortunate in the last few years doing girls basketball in Neelan to surround myself with good people. Matt's been a blessing in disguise. When he was there a year before me when I came in, he had a lot of great ideas, and I told him right from the word go, I can't do this without you, and I really couldn't. And we've had a really good run, him and I, in the last 5 years. We consider ourselves co-coaches and a coaching duo, and we hope, besides the success that we've had with our teams, that our athletes have learned a lot and become better people because of our program. And we also have 2 young ladies that aren't here today that help us coach, and they're grads of our program that we're happy to have with us. They're valuable parts of our program. They're great young female role models for our girls as well. The other thing I think is important that, and I'm sure Matt would reflect on this as well, is that we're very grateful to our team. At the beginning of the year, we said to them, here's our expectations, here's the philosophy. If we don't do these to the best of our ability, it's going to be tough. The field that we had this year in the 3A girls category was an open, wide field, and we're very proud of our girls from buying into the philosophy, working hard to meet the expectations that we chose, and go on to win the provincial title. To everybody else in this room, especially the young people, the basketball community, and I can speak on, I think, people like Randy and Dan and Scott and myself, we've been around this game a long time, and the best part of this game is not just the basketball on the court, it's just the friendships. And I see people in this room that I've coached with at other schools. The friendships and the basketball community we have in Manitoba is tremendous. And the longer you spend in this sport, the more enjoyable it gets because of the people you get to see year in and year out. And when you coach basketball, you only get to see them during that time span of basketball. And it's, for me, probably the most enjoyable thing besides coaching the athletes is getting to see those friends that you got to know over the long term. So I encourage all the young people in this room, young coaches, young players, get involved in the game of basketball in Manitoba because you're our future, and we need people like that who are committed, have the right reasons to do it with big hearts, and you're what's going to keep our future alive, and we really encourage you kind of people. Having said that, I'm good. Thank you.
The 3A Boys Coach of the Year, David Day and Adam Dobrianski from Nelson McIntyre Collegiate. David and Adam have been working tirelessly with the boys over the last few years to help them get to where they are this year. Some of his players only started playing basketball last year, and now they are starters on his team, which is extremely impressive. Coaching at one of the smallest schools in AAA, they have had their team playing at a high level all season, even beating a few 4A schools. Nelson Mac did exceptionally well this year with a population that is much smaller than most 3A schools. They did a great job with his kids, calm, cool, collected approach, and they maximize players' potential.
I tried to avoid standing next to Adam all year in pictures. It's awful. I'd like to thank Carrie Lezouk for doing such an eloquent, beautiful speech just before I came up to speak. I'd like to thank my wife, who's at the back, who spent the whole season trying to wrangle my two kids who are still at the back making noise. And my assistant coach, of course, the big man, Adam Dobrianski, who's moving on next year, so I'll have a big spot to fill beside me on the bench. I think Adam will agree that we had a great group of guys that made it easy to spend all the time in the winter in our gym. They were always there, they worked hard, and I'm so happy I was able to spend this season with them. Are you going to say something? Okay, thanks so much, everybody.
The 4A Girls Coach of the Year from Dakota Collegiate, Eric Sung. Eric continues to coach top athletes and have success. His team was undefeated in Manitoba this year. His athletes have bought into his systems. His team is talented, but he did not take anything for granted. He coaches them and teaches them how to play, a very dedicated coach. Eric is not able to join us today. Accepting the award on his behalf is his assistant coach, Paul Fust.
I'm not going to speak on Eric's behalf.
The 4A Boys Coach of the Year from Sturgeon Heights Collegiate, Stephen Tackey. Coach Tackey is an amazing leader of his team on and off the court. His tireless energy on the bench is contagious to his players, and he provides that needed spark to keep the team performing at a high level at all times and coaches the right way. Steve is a well-balanced team and led them to the 4A final and undefeated in a very tough league.
Oh, photo. Gee. Gee, I gotta say something. Okay, I will say praise God for the opportunity to be part of basketball and the opportunity that God gives to me to have a chance to be around people and get a chance to steal some of their energy and steal some of their joy every single day. You know, all coaches here and players, like everybody works hard. We all work hard. You know, it doesn't matter, oh, this team looked really good and, you know, they won. They worked hard and this team worked hard. But we share joy when we play. And we share experiences and all that kind of stuff. And that's one of the things that I'm really happy for. And that has nothing to do with Coach of the Year. But given the chance that I have a microphone, I do want to acknowledge the players that played on the Sturgeon Heights Huskies basketball team for giving your all, giving everything you could, and that's what brings joy. But I also want to talk to the athletes in general. I love coaching. I love seeing coaches. I love seeing mentor coaches. And I love going around to tournaments and stuff and talking to coaches you haven't seen. Just like it's been said before, there's an interaction that is fantastic. But my message to the basketball players now is get involved in coaching. You really don't know how wonderful it is. But what I do know as coaches, as gatekeepers of the game, as stewards of the game, we want the young. Listen, we aren't on Instagram, okay? We don't TikTok that much, right? Like, we just don't, but you do. So you can connect with the new generation of players. So I'm encouraging all the players, if you feel like you could be a coach, if you feel like you've got something to give, go back to your school that you had passion to play for. You wore that uniform, and give back. And let's continue to grow the game of basketball in Manitoba.
The open category Coach of the Year from the University of Winnipeg, Mike Rainbow. This award recognizes coaches at the provincial team, post-secondary, or national team level who have had an outstanding year with their programs. Accepting on his behalf are his assistant coaches, Kyle Vince and Jeff Kovalek-Plouffe.
Well, thanks, everyone. I'm obviously not Mike Rainbow, but Kyle Vince was our head coach for one game this year. He was promptly fired when he asked for a raise, but he's still here, and I thought he did a pretty good job. Thanks, Basketball Manitoba, for this award. Coach Rainbow couldn't be here today, so we're happy to accept this on his behalf. As a coaching staff, we just want to thank a few people. First off, all of our athletes at the University of Winnipeg, not just on the men's team, but on the women's team as well. We'd like to thank all the training staff, our athletic trainers, all the coaches, all the managers. We wouldn't have been able to have the successful season that we had without all of their contributions. Also want to thank our athletic director, Dave Crook, our vice president, provost, Dr. Gino DeStasio, and the president of the University of Winnipeg, Dr. Todd Mondor. Because of their support and hard work, we were able to have such a successful season. Our players put the work in, not only in the gym, but in the classroom, in the weight room, in the film room, and to see the growth that they had from when we started in August to when we finished the season in March was astonishing for us, and it was a thrill for us to be a part of them. We're excited to keep building on what we had this year, and we hope that we can get back to the same level and improve during next season. So on a personal level, I just want to also congratulate all the players and their families here today. I played in this game, so did Coach Rainbow, so did Coach Vince. And we know it's a fantastic opportunity for each of you to just get one final run in with your friends, for your school, represent your community, which is just so important, especially for all the athletes here in their final high school game. Just want to also just quickly say, remember the opportunities that basketball has given you and your friends and your families. And as Coach Tacky said, as Coach Martin said earlier, make sure you try to give back to the game when you can, because it's definitely worthwhile, and it's a great feeling to be able to share that with others. Just want to wish everybody the best of luck moving forward, and thank you for this honor.
Okay, the Jim Bulloch Coaching Development Award. This $800 Coaching Scholarship Award was created to honor the life of the late Jim Bulloch Sr., who was a major component and contributor to the basketball community. These awards are presented annually with the support of the University of Manitoba to allow Manitoba basketball coaches to upgrade their knowledge and expertise in basketball, which will directly impact player and program development. The Jim Bulloch Coaching Award this year goes to Patrick Mark from Sturgeon Heights Collegiate. Patrick has been heavily involved with coaching basketball, first as an assistant and now as a head coach at Sturgeon Heights. His commitment to professional development is uncanny and inspirational. He is always looking for ways to improve as a coach. He has had an opportunity to be a mentor coach with the U17 provincial team in the summer of 2018, and then as an assistant coach again with the U17 provincial team in 2022. He is a staple at the Super Coaches Clinics and always in our gym in the mornings helping out athletes throughout the year.
Just quickly, I gotta say thank you to any of the coaches in the community that have let me get involved in their program throughout the last 5 or so years. And then I'd also like to say thank you to Steve Tacky, because I would know nothing without his guidance. Thank you.
All right, our next award is the MSSA Ron Meyers Leadership Award. It's presented annually by the Manitoba Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association to a graduating athlete who exemplifies outstanding leadership on and off the court and outstanding commitment to their school and team. This award is to be used as a financial assistance towards a post-secondary education for the upcoming school year. The $500 scholarship awards will be presented by Estelle and Adrian Myers. The MSSA Ron Meyers Leadership Award, female, goes to Alexis Marlowe from Margaret Barber Collegiate. Alexis is a very active person in the PAW, Manitoba, volunteering and planning at numerous school events and community fundraisers, helping raise over $16,000 for a variety of causes. On top of a busy basketball life, she finds time to stay active as a swimmer and dancer. She is a longtime volunteer scorekeeper, referee, and coach at the elementary, middle school, and high school levels. As a player, she had an outstanding basketball season, averaging 19 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists per game, including season's high of 34 points and a 19-rebound game. She is proud to say, living in a small community like the PAW, it's hard not to find yourself wanting to help others. Although I'm ready to experience the world, the PAW will forever be my home. She will be attending Bethel College in Kansas on a basketball scholarship this upcoming fall.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to begin by telling you something about my late husband. Ron Meyers was a sports writer, a lawyer, and at the time of his retirement, he had been a provincial court judge for 33 years. Always a champion for the rights of the vulnerable and the underserved, Ron achieved many great things during his life. As a lawyer, he was a founder of Legal Aid Manitoba, and in 1972, he became its first executive director. As a provincial court judge, he was instrumental in implementing a specialized court to address domestic violence. In 2002, Ron was the recipient of the Queen Elizabeth II Golden Jubilee Medal. This medal was awarded to him by the Governor General in recognition of his outstanding and exemplary contributions to his community and to Canada as a whole. Ron loved basketball. From the late 1950s to the mid-1970s, he wrote about basketball for the Winnipeg Tribune. He began by covering high school and university games, and later on, he also covered senior basketball. Ron could never be satisfied with having the scores and the highlights called to him at the conclusion of a game. He had to be at the game in person, keeping score and jotting down notes. In the early years of our courtship and our marriage, we would both attend the basketball games and then head straight off to the Tribune for Ron to type up his stories. This was a routine he continued throughout his years reporting basketball. Before our annual trip down to Phoenix, Ron could hardly wait for the Phoenix Suns' schedule to be publicized. As soon as the tickets were put out for sale, he would sit on the phone impatiently awaiting his turn to buy our tickets to the Suns' home games, as many as possible for the time that we were in Phoenix. We were both so excited. I have to admit that I was much louder at the games than Ron was, but he didn't seem to mind. This was a passion that we both shared with our children when they came to cheer along with us at the games. Ron was recognized for his dedication to the sport by a variety of organizations over the years. In 1973, the Manitoba Basketball Coaches Association presented Ron an award for his outstanding contributions and support of high school basketball. In 1993, Ron was inducted into the Media Roll of Honor. In 2003, he was inducted into the Manitoba Basketball Hall of Fame as a builder. During the years that Ron was reporting for the Tribune, he formed a close bond with members of the Manitoba Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association. Even after the Tribune folded in 1980, Ron continued his involvement in the association as its treasurer. To honor Ron's memory, the Manitoba Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association established the Ron Meyers Leadership Awards, which would be given annually to 2 high school students, 1 male and 1 female, in recognition of their outstanding achievements both on and off the basketball court. And I would like to now ask my daughter, Adrian, to call up we've already called up one, the recipient of this award, and tell everybody about the first recipient's outstanding achievements. Thank you.
I think we've already heard, and we'd just like to wish our congratulations to Alexis. Well-deserved, and my father would be very proud.
Thank you.
All right. So this year's male recipient of the Ron Meyers Leadership Award is Bijan Salimi of Morden Collegiate. Bijan, yes, please join me. Bijan has served as his school's student body president to plan initiatives, activities, and community service projects that benefit the school and community. He is also the co-chair of the Province of Manitoba Student Advisory Council, including establishing meetings, facilitating discussions, and compiling reports for government officials, specifically those from the Indigenous or LGBTQ+ community. Recently, he was appointed as the Youth Council member for the City of Morden and helped lead the plans for a new state-of-the-art basketball facility being built in the community. On the court, he was selected as a captain of the varsity boys basketball team and takes pride in leading by example with respect to hard work, dedication, and passion for basketball. He is most proud of his strong work ethic, both on and off the court, balancing his time between basketball, academic studies, and community leadership. Well done.
The next award is a Donovan Gayle Scholarship. Basketball Manitoba, in partnership with the Balling for the Cure organization, is proud to present a scholarship opportunity for graduating Manitoba basketball players. These two $500 scholarships are presented in the name of Donovan Gayle and recognizes two local basketball players who best represent Donovan's attributes of strength, resilience, positive attitudes, and perseverance. The award comes as proceeds from the annual Balling for Cure basketball tournaments. The cause has raised over $25,000 for supporting both Cancer Care Manitoba and now supports these scholarships. This award is to be used as financial assistance towards a post-secondary education for the upcoming school year. We sadly lost Donovan just over 6 years ago in 2017. But his memory and spirit remain with us, and we are proud to remember him with these scholarships in his name. The Donovan Gayle Scholarship recipients are Stephanie McKnight from Miles MacDonnell Collegiate and Jared Hebert from St. Anne's Collegiate. Stephanie is a very active basketball player at the school and club levels, including with Team Mayhem and the Winnipeg Wolves, wrapping up her school career last month at Miles MacDonnell. She has persevered through injury and personal challenges and used them to better herself and those around her. She is an honor student at Miles Mac and plans to go into nursing field this fall. Jared is an active basketball player at St. Anne's Collegiate and the Peace Basketball Club, along with being a member of Team Manitoba, which will be attending the North American Indigenous Games this summer. He too has persevered through personal and injury challenges and has used these moments to become a leader in his community. He has used the obstacles he has faced growing up as challenges to meet and beat to become the person he is today. He plans to attend university this fall. Our next award is the Alex Samaniego Memorial Scholarship.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. This is the third year that we are granting this scholarship, and it's in memorial of my son. It's kind of difficult to talk about him, but I just want you to look at the picture, because the picture kind of reminds me of what he was in terms of his life and basketball. That picture was taken after a very hard week where he was not successful in his goals on getting into tryouts. And I remember that after he had to work very hard all the summer training, he was a little bit down. So I told him, you know, son, we have signed you for this course, basketball course, at the starting of the season, but I totally understand if you don't want to go. And he said, you know what, Dad? No, why not? Well, I'm not going to go. I'm going to go, and I'm going to take the opportunity to be better and to advance and to train and to share the passion that I have for this sport with those coaches that probably they are going to teach me, and it's going to be very valuable for me. So that picture was taken that day, that first day after not being very happy about what he was trying to do. So the scholarship, we wanted to give a prize. We, the family, wanted to give a prize. We wanted to thank everybody that was supporting us during those days, those terrible days, and give a little bit back to the community of basketball that was so, supporting 3 years ago. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the Manitoba Basketball Association for letting us give this prize, to Adam especially, which I share a lot of emails. And very especially to all the kids that took the time to think about my son, how they share the same values with him, and in a way make him stay with us a little bit longer. So thank you very much to all of you. You all deserve the prize, but unfortunately, even though I play Lotto Max every Friday, I can just give 2 of them. And this year, the 2 recipients of the Samaniego Memorial Scholarship are Alisa Donesa from Sisler High School. Alisa commented, basketball is my passion and has been since I started playing in elementary school. Throughout my basketball journey, I have been dedicated to being a valuable player and reliable leader on any team that I play for. I strive to be this player and teammate by showing up, supporting my teammates, having the next play mentality after a mistake is made, and carrying out my role. Much like Alex, I like to rewatch game film and videos to strengthen my weaknesses and see where I could improve. I also feel that I am eager when it comes to learning new skills, and I enjoy taking on challenges and obstacles that my coach may bring upon me. Receiving this scholarship will help empower my academic and career goals by relieving part of the cost for tuition, as I will be going into university as a full-time student athlete. Thank you very much, Alisa, and congratulations. Can you take a picture? And the medal recipient for the Samaniego Memorial Scholarship is Samuel Adeshuyi, Miles McDonald College. Sam's coach, John Jason, commenting, Sam is a phenomenal young man. I am so proud of everything he has achieved as both an athlete and role model for his peers. The list of positive characteristics is endless when it comes to Sam. He's the type of person coaches dream of having on their team and has made a huge positive impact on those around him. The amazing thing about Sam, though, is not that he accomplished all of these achievements, but how he accomplished them and the major obstacles that he has had to navigate along the way. Sam rarely even talks about the obstacles he deals with and never uses them as excuses. He truly perseveres through challenges where others would not be able to. Thank you, Sam, and congratulations.
right, just before we move on to the 4A All-Manitoba teams, I was talking a little bit earlier about sort of how, like over the years and the, reminiscing about this event's been around for 50 years. And just thinking about, all the great players that have played in and all, even how, like, not only how, we mentioned how the games changed, but how styles have changed. And it started me thinking, I went into my tickle trunk, I guess you could say, and brought out here I got my old high school warm up here, and then like my day we had like this is what we wore the headbands. We had sweatbands on our like. This we had, now also like, if you look at, I think it's the history of shorts is really basketball. So in my day, like we had tight shorts, like short, tight shorts, like, right? Am I right? Yeah, Randy doesn't want to admit it. Short, tight shorts. And we had our socks were all the way up to here. So we had short shorts, long socks, lots of colors. We had, like, nobody had white socks. They're white, but they had all different kinds of colors. And then we got the baggy shorts going, and then like we'd shoot. And nowadays, like you shoot, and then it's what is it? This? Like that. In my day, we would shoot, and then we'd wipe the sweat. That's how we did it, because we didn't have three, so like that. And then, like I say, the history of the shorts, like so the tight, like just tight. The tighter, I don't know why, but the tighter the better. And you're laughing because you remember that, and that's what turns you on to this guy, I'm sure. When you're, wow, look at those tight shorts, right? And then they got the baggy ones. Remember the baggy ones came below the. I think that was Michael Jordan, right? He forgot his shorts one day, and then the only guy who had an extra pair of shorts was Bill Cartwright, who's like 7 foot, lent it to him, and then everyone sees him wearing baggy shorts, so everyone's wearing baggy shorts. And then what do they do now? This is maybe I'm right. Wrong, but they do this. They pull them up and they fold them over. Is that right? Anyone do that today? Fold your shorts over, and then the tag's hanging down, right? Am I right? The tags, and you got the drawstring there. That's what they do. Fold them up, yeah. Tuck them in. So, you just see how the styles have changed. I always wonder, like, so what's next? What's going to happen next? No, well, we'll have no shorts, or we'll rip them or something, but.
You got to turn around and show them the back.
Show them
the mark.
Oh, yeah.
Show the name tag, yeah.
Show the name tag there. Yeah. Threes and, I can't even, anyways. You know what's that? Well, today too, this kind of bugs me as a coach, but how about this? Does anyone have, there's one person on every team now. It's like this. Referee says what? Tuck in your shirt. Tuck it in. And as they tuck it in, what do? They pull it back out, and they got this much tucked in, and the referee's arguing with them. Tuck in your shirt, tuck in your jersey. Do you have someone on your team like that? Yeah. Anyway, so here we have the 4A female All-Manitoba team. From Sisler High School, Alyssa Doneza. From Dakota Collegiate, Izzy Fust. From Vincent Massey Collegiate, Paige Shatkowski. From River East Collegiate, Jennifer Callan. And from Westwood Collegiate, Anna Miko. I'm missing something here, I think. The 4A Female Player of the Year from Dakota Collegiate, Kia Fust. The award would have normally been presented by her coach, Eric Sung, but he was not able to join us here today. But he sent in shot a video that we'll play in a moment.
Coach Martin, thanks for the intro. I just want to thank Adam. I think, Adam, you're around here somewhere, maybe right there. Thanks for letting me do a video. I'm extremely honored to present Q with the Player of the Year award. This is normally when the coach comes up and talks about how hard they've worked and all the crazy stat line that they had throughout the season, but it's a little different this year. Q actually didn't lead us in any stat category. She wasn't our leading scorer. She didn't get the most rebounds or the most steals. But what Q did was make winning plays every night and guarded their best player every night. She took on that assignment every time and gave that player 40 minutes of tough basketball every game. I'm extremely honored to present this award to you, Q. I'm extremely sad that I'm not there to give this to you, but I can say this on behalf of our team and Lancer Nation. We are very proud of you. You're a winner. You got 2 provincial championships, 2 provincial MVPs, and now you can say that you're the Player of the Year. So congratulations. We're all proud of you, and can't wait to see what you have in store next with your basketball journey.
The 4A male All-Manitoba team from St. Paul's High School, Giovanni Ajamia. From John Taylor Collegiate, Atuk McCour. Sturgeon Heights, Noah Kankam. Also from Sturgeon Heights, Samuel Sola. And from Churchill High School, Waris Noya. The 4A Male Player of the Year, Ramogi Niagudi. The award will be presented by Malik Irwin of St. Paul's High School.
Just congratulations, Ramogi. I know you're watching at home. Just wanted to say that congratulations for making a lot of improvement this year, being a great leader for the whole team, for the program, and not buying into all the hype that everybody's giving you. Everybody around is hyping you up, but you stayed focused the whole time. You pushed everybody. You set a great example for everybody. And also, I feel like you were a great example for everyone for staying so devoted to your faith, which you're doing right now, which is a great role model for me as someone who's older than you. Continue to work hard. I'm excited to see where you go in the future.
Our next set of awards recognizes coaches who have sustained a long-time commitment to basketball in Manitoba. Receiving 15-year service awards are Kelly Sinnuk from Sanford Collegiate, Ricardo Martinez, Sturgeon Heights Collegiate, and Eric Sung, Dakota Collegiate. Also receiving 15-year awards, Miles Pangalingan, Maples Collegiate, Ashley Van Agelen, St. James Collegiate, Jeff Peacock, Prairie Mountain, receiving a 20-year service awards, Kristen Asmundsen, River East, Michael Tan, Sisler High School, Darryl Peterson, Ross Al Gray School, Joe Chammartin from École Regional Gabriel Roy, and Tammy Pinnell from the University of Winnipeg. Receiving a 25-year service award are Kathy Pleskach from Warren Collegiate, Stephen Tackey, Sturgeon Heights Collegiate, Mark Nevis, Daniel McIntyre, and Trevor Penner, Souris. Receiving 30-year service awards are Kevin Carter, Sun Valley Regional Secondary School, Carrie Lasuke, Neelan High School, Jennifer Howe, Westgate Mennonite Collegiate, and Jody Williams, Swan Valley Regional. Receiving a 35-year service awards this year, Colin Mark, Sargent Park School, and Brian Kornberger, Glen Lawn Collegiate. Neither of them are here. And receiving a 55-year, holy mackerel, 55 years, Mr. Richard Gooch, Shaftesbury and University of Winnipeg. He's not here, but wow, 55 years, that's awesome. Basketball Manitoba is pleased to present the new Morris Glimcher Student Manager Award. This $1,000 scholarship is sponsored by retired MHSAA Executive Director Morris Glimcher, and is presented annually to a student manager from the basketball community. The scholarship has been presented by the MHSAA since 1998 and will now join the other awards and recognitions made annually by Basketball Manitoba. The award recognizes a student manager with a varsity high school basketball team that is currently in grade 12 in Manitoba and has a minimum average of at least 65%. Morris retired from the MHSAA after 40 years as its executive director in 2016 and was inducted into the Manitoba Sports Hall of Fame in 2012. The Morris Glimcher Student Manager Award is Gilelia Falsarala Megito and Mariam Mahmoud from Nelson McIntyre Collegiate.
Hi, I'm Morris Glimcher, and I'm very proud to sponsor the Basketball Manager Award. I got involved with high school basketball as student manager at St. John's High School over 50 years ago. I enjoyed my experience as a Tiger with St. John's, and I was fortunate enough to then move on to be manager of the junior Bisons at the University of Manitoba, and then various senior men's teams. It was a great joy, and I made tons of friends. I got my career in sport administration because I became manager at St. John's. As a result of all these things, I decided several years ago that I wanted to create a scholarship for student managers for their post-secondary education. We've been doing it for a number of years now, and this year we had some great candidates, and I'm very pleased to be able to announce this year's winners. They are, if I put my glasses on, 50 years later, I need glasses. The winners are Julia Falsarita Magita and Mariam Mahmoud from Nelson McIntyre Collegiate. Congratulations, ladies. You each get a $500 scholarship for your post-secondary education. Thanks for your hard work.
I'll just be super quick. They're both watching on the live stream. They're on our school band trip right now, but I'm their coach. And just wanted to say that we're super proud of them from Nelson Mac. They have spent the last 2 seasons with the varsity girls team, and they would even come to every single practice so they could get better at taking stats. So they were really, really dedicated just as much as the athletes, so we're really proud of them. So congratulations to them.
Basketball Manitoba is pleased to present the Lena Wenke Courage Award, which recognizes an individual who has overcome a number of obstacles and challenges in their life while staying involved in the sport of basketball. In 2018, Basketball Manitoba made a special presentation to Lena in recognition of her overcoming an attack in 2017 and has used the sport of basketball as a part of her recovery. And be a member of the University. She was a member of the University of Winnipeg Westman Women's Basketball Program. The Lena Wenke Courage Award goes to Orion Rumaquilo from Garden City Collegiate.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lena Wenke, an alumnus of the University of Winnipeg Westman Women's Basketball Team. First of all, I'm sorry I could not present this year's Lena Wenke Courage Award to this year's recipient in person, as I am in Germany with my professional basketball club these days. However, I am very honored to recognize this year's recipient, as he has faced and overcome many challenges in his life while staying involved in the sport of basketball. I am pleased to announce the 2023 Lena Wenke Courage Award to Orion Remokillo of Garden City Collegiate. Basketball Manitoba will donate $500 in his name to Tourette Canada, a charitable organization dedicated to improving the lives of Canadians affected by Tourette syndrome. I wish him well with his future basketball and education aspirations. Congratulations, Orion.
The annual Carl Ridd Award of $500 has been presented annually since 1970 by Basketball Manitoba to a graduating athlete who exemplifies outstanding leadership on and off the court and commitment to their school team. This award is to be used as financial assistance towards a post-secondary education for the upcoming school year. This year's female recipient of the Carl Ridd Award goes to Tiffany Ortega from St. James Collegiate. Ashley Van Aglen, Tiffany's coach, commented, "Tiffany is the glue that keeps our team going. Her basketball skills are above her players her age. She's one of the best defenders in our league. She has a super high basketball IQ, and she knows how to communicate with her teammates and be a leader. Outside of basketball, Tiffany is a fantastic student and multi-sport athlete at St. James Collegiate. Tiffany has managed to stay in the honor roll for all 4 years of high school. She is a role model. Her teammates trust her. She always handles herself professionally and respects her opponents as a true leader on and off the court in the classroom." And she's a little bit shy, I think, Tiffany's. The Carl Ridd Award goes to Noah Kankam from Sturgeon Heights Collegiate. Noah's coaches commented, "Noah's passion and dedication to the basketball community as a hobby and craft has allowed for the success he demonstrated on the court. He has matured into not merely a superb player, but a valuable one. His intelligence, physicality, and effectiveness allow for an immediate impact on the court, while his openness to instruction, respect of his peers, and team-oriented approach help any coach that's trying to build a championship team. Noah exhibits these characteristics and actions not only in basketball, but also in his education and extracurricular activities, posting a 95% average at Sturgeon Heights. Noah is a talented young man with a promising future, as seen by his involvement in his school's organization, his volunteer work, and his participation in the African Pavilion during the summer months." And I would just like to point out that I coached and taught Noah's dad, and he never had a 95% average. That was no. Our next award is the Mike Spack Lifetime Achievement Award. The Mike Spack Award annually recognizes an individual who has made significant contributions to the growth and development of basketball in Manitoba over a sustained period of time. For over 65 years, Mike Spack nurtured the development of basketball in Manitoba as an administrator, coach, and referee. Mike is a current member of the Basketball Manitoba Hall of Fame as a player, builder, and team member. He is the first person ever to be inducted into all 3 categories in our Basketball Manitoba Hall of Fame. The Mike Spack Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Murray Brown.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm really honored to present this award today to Murray Brown. I've known him for 47 years. First as a student, I taught him many years ago, and then later as a colleague, we taught together for about 25 years. Murray moved to Winnipeg from Quebec in October of 1976. His family located in Charleswood, and Murray enrolled at a pretty much new high school, which is called Oak Park, where he spent 3 years. After graduating from Oak Park, Murray continued his post-secondary education at the University of Manitoba. He returned to Oak Park in 1987 and began his teaching career, starting as a substitute teacher, and then a term teacher, and then finally a full-time permanent teacher. I was there during all that time, and believe me, Murray's addition to our staff was absolutely huge. It was a game changer. It was particularly important to our phys ed department and to our athletic program. His coaching began in 1987, and really, Murray took the team that really nobody wanted, and that was the varsity girls basketball program. We were a pretty young school, we were still getting going, and all the other teams are covered, so Murray took the team just to help out. He said, I'll do whatever you want. So he took the varsity girls program. He wasn't a basketball player. He didn't play organized basketball. He played pickup basketball, and if you know Murray was a track athlete during his time at Oak Park, and his passion is baseball. So, but he jumped in full force, and the rest, they say, is history. Over the next 30-plus years, Murray developed one of the most successful high school basketball programs in the province. The numbers are absolutely amazing. Murray's teams went to 17 Final Fours. That's crazy. They played in 11 championship finals, and they won 7 provincial 4A championships. And I don't care what gender, male, female, what category, 8 or 4A, that's amazing. It really is something. He's been named Coach of the Year numerous times, and he's helped to develop many players who went on to play at college and university. A number of his former players are now coaching and giving back, including Alyssa Cox, who is now the head coach of the University of Winnipeg women's basketball program. Murray has accomplished all of this by doing it the right way, by being humble and respectful. He has hundreds of former players who admire and respect him. The same can be said of his fellow coaching peers. Congratulations, Murray, on a wonderful career.
I'm the opposite of most people. I have to take my glasses off to be able to read. And for me, I'm a little nervous up here, and it's good because you guys are all blurry now. I can't see you very well. First of all, I'd like to thank Basketball Manitoba, Adam Wedlake, and the staff there for somehow making a mistake and allowing me to be up here. I'd also like to thank Randy for the kind words. It's truly an honor to join the list of the recipients of the Mike Spack Award. And to receive it from you, Randy, makes it so much more meaningful. I've been an attendee at so many of these ceremonies, and I've always marveled at the accomplishments of the recipients of the award, and now to be included with them is so humbling. I would also like to start off by offering my sincere congratulations to all the players, coaches, officials, and parents in the room today. Your dedication to this great game is inspiring and makes every trip to the gym rewarding and worthwhile for all of us. In preparing to accept this award, I realized just how fortunate and blessed I have been over the many years I've been involved in the basketball scene in Manitoba. I came to basketball in a very indirect fashion, as Randy said. I actually did get to play 1 year of junior varsity basketball at Oak Park, and Randy was my coach. I was a runner. It's hard to believe, I know, looking at me now, I was a runner. But in grade 11, I was told by my track coach that I had to make a decision about whether I wanted to play basketball or I wanted to run. And so I had to give up my burgeoning basketball career, which as bad as it was. But I was able to maintain my love of basketball. I was fortunate enough to be a student at Oak Park, where Randy was a young teacher. Like so many of us in the basketball community, I've been deeply influenced by Randy. He spent so much of his time allowing all us students who wanted to spend time before and after school the opportunity to do so, more often than not scrimmaging with us and using that time to teach the game to us and all those who have followed along. When I graduated from university, Randy advocated on my behalf with the administration to hire me. Then once I started teaching and coaching, took me under his wing and supported me through a few tough seasons at the start. All of us in this room have someone who we are directly responsible for our presence here today, and I'm one of those, and not the only one, who can thank Randy for being mine. He is someone who has a touch of a master, making everyone feel welcome and valued, and for that I'm always grateful. So thank you very much, Coach. I would not be standing here today if it were not for the amazing people and players who ended up coming through the doors at Oak Park. I was so lucky to have so many talented kids who were willing to meet the demands placed on them to be successful playing basketball. To each of them, I offer my thanks. There's a special one who is very much part of my being here today and deserves so much credit for the success of the Oak Park program, and that is Holly Kitchen. Holly played for me for 3 years in the year, and graduated in 2004, then came back about 5 years later and joined the coaching staff. We coached together for 11 years, and we had such a fabulous run. Holly has an amazing ability to reach every athlete she coaches, and her drive and passion, whether it be in basketball or softball, inspires those athletes to want to give all they could to be the best they can. Holly is another master who I was lucky enough to have as part of my coaching career, and I'd really like to thank you, Holly. Looking around this room and seeing the people who came up on stage, there's so many other coaches who I've been influenced by, either through playing against them or watching their teams playing at various levels. I've been around a long time. I started coaching, and when I really had no idea what I was doing, but I was able to learn from some of the best coaches around. Early on, it was masters such as Dave McNabb, Stu Farnell, Carol Simpson, Mike Hill, and Jaime Fox, all of who offered encouragement to me as a young coach and that has continued throughout the years, where I've learned from amazing coaches such as Don Thompson, Kerry Lasoup, Brian Kornberger, John Lundgren, Tanya McKay, Eric Sung, Michael Tan, Michelle Sung, and now for Melissa and Evan Cox, who I'm working with at the University of Manitoba. You guys have challenged me and taught me so much through the years, and I can't thank you enough for that. And finally, as all coaches with families know, the demands we place on our players and ourselves pale in comparison to the demands we place on our families. We ask so much of them to allow us to do what we do. Terry has given me love and support throughout despite the incredible demands that basketball has placed on her. She has been the captain of our team, our family, and has instilled in our sons, Al and Zach, the morals and values that will allow them to continue to grow as great people. And I so look forward to watching them continue to grow up. Having a husband and a family, a father who spends so many hours, days, and weekends away from the house and family is incredibly difficult, but you three have been amazing in your support, and I cannot thank you enough. So it's truly is an honor to receive this, and I thank you all.